Hello, namaste, and welcome back to our channel, Itihas, where we talk about people of the past and interesting historical events. In our previous video, we talked about the Anglo Nepal War, and today we are going to discuss on one of the most unfair and discriminating consequences of the Anglo Nepal War, and it was the Treaty of Sugauli 1815. After the Anglo Nepal War, a treaty of peace and friendship was signed between the government of Nepal and the East India Company. It was popularly known as the Treaty of Sugauli 1815. It was agreed upon on 2nd December 1815 by Gajaraj Mishra and Chandrasekhar Upadhyay on the behalf of the government of Nepal and Lieutenant Colonel P. Bradshaw on behalf of East India Company. The signed copies of the treaty were exchanged on 4th March 1816 at Makwanpur by Chandrasekhar Upadhyay and General Ochterlony. The terms of the treaty were as follows. In number 1, there shall be perpetual peace and friendship between the East India Company and the King of Nepal. In number 2, the King of Nepal will renounce all claim to the lands which were subject of discussion between the two states before the war and will acknowledge the right of the company to the sovereignty of those lands. In number 3, the King of Nepal will cede to the East India Company in perpetuity all the undermentioned territories. First, the whole of the lowlands between River Kali and Rapti. Second, the whole of the lowlands between Rapti and Gandaki except Butwal. Third, the whole of lowlands between Gandaki and Koshi in which the authority of the East India Company has been established. Fourth, the whole of the lowlands between River Mechi and Tista. Fifth, the whole of the territories between the hills eastward of the Mechi River. The aforesaid territories shall be evacuated by the Gorkha troops within 40 days from this date. In number 4, with a view to indemnify the chiefs and bardars of Nepal whose interest will suffer the alienation of the lands ceded by the foregoing article, the East India Company agrees to settle pensions to the aggregate amount of 2 lakhs of rupees per annum to such chiefs as may be decided by the King of Nepal. In number 5, the King of Nepal renounces for himself, his heirs and successors all claim to the countries lying to the west of River Kali and engaged never to have any concern with those countries or the inhabitants thereof. In number 6, the King of Nepal engages never to molest or disturb the King of Sikkim in the possession of his territories. If any difference shall arise between Nepal and Sikkim, it shall be referred to the arbitration of the East India Company. In number 7, the King of Nepal hereby engages never to take or retain in his service any British subjects or the subject of any European or American state without the consent of the British government. In number 8, in order to assure and improve the relations of amity and peace hereby established between Nepal and Britain, it is agreed that accredited ministers from each shall reside at a court of the other. In number 9, this treaty shall be ratified by the King of Nepal within 15 days of this date, and the ratification shall be delivered to Lieutenant Colonel Bradshaw, who engages to obtain and deliver the King the ratification of Governor General within 20 days or sooner, if practicable. In fact, this Treaty of Sugauli was in favor of the East India Company and Nepal had to suffer a heavy loss of her territory. Nepalese were so much dissatisfied with this treaty, so a subsequent agreement was made in 8th December 1816, according to which Nepal got the lowlands, Tarai, number 1, the whole of the lowlands between Rapti and Gandaki, and number 2, the whole of the lowlands between Gandaki and Kosi. Therefore, the indemnity of the 2 lakhs of rupees ceased to continue. A land survey was also proposed to fix the boundary between the two states. Only after that, the Nepal map looked something like this. Later, the remaining part of Western Tarai, Banke, Bardia, Kailali and Kanchanpur were annexed to Nepal at the time of Janga Bahadur Rana after helping the British to demolish the revolt of 1857 in India. Finally, present Nepal was built up. It is crystal clear that Nepal had to bear a huge loss of over 1/3 of its land which it previously possessed. It was a big price to pay, but nevertheless, Nepal remained uncolonized by the British and it remained proud for its bravery. Well, this is all for Treaty of Sugauli and hope you guys liked this video. Do subscribe to our channel for more such videos and thank you. Have a great day. Jai Nepal.